Hey Leo, Amber here from Disabled for Living. Welcome to your June work slash career slash life path reading. I hope that you enjoy it. I apologise to my subscribers who would have been expecting a May reading last month. Really apologise. It was completely out of my hands. Mercury just basically Mercury retrograde. I'm blaming Mercury because I couldn't do anything technical. My technical facilities completely backed up, so there was no movement there, and I really apologise for that, and yeah, going forward hopefully it won't happen again, fingers crossed. Yeah, thank you for coming back, and this is your reading, so I'll go ahead and get started. I'm a little bit tired, so bear with me, I'm a bit slow. But yeah, definitely think this month, good news is that there's been this lovely completion to the cycle, which has now left you like with all this new information, and you're now able to review things, make decisions. I feel like you're in a position now where you've come to some sort of awareness or some sort of inner truth, and you're looking further into that as well. You are taking a lot of time to be on your own. I think you probably are looking at ways to make yourself more financially independent here, with the Hermit card being clarified by the Nine of Diamonds here. So yeah, I think you are focused on success, you are focused on financial independence basically. So yeah, so yeah, we've got the World card as the overall energy for the month. So you are, as I said, you've come to the end of the road. You've completed something. So you could have completed a job role, a career path. You could have completed study, a project, but somehow you've moved into a new phase. So congratulations and well done, because you're now in a position where you can work on the next project, and I think that will involve possibly collaborating with other people. So this could just be at work, where you may have been given a new project to work on with others, and it makes you feel quite empowered, and yeah, it just makes you feel very empowered, I feel, with the Two of Wands there. You feel like you've got this new opportunity, and you're quite excited about it, and you can see like a lot of possibilities in it. So yeah, so because you can see all these possibilities, you're working very hard to realise your goals here. So as I said, it could be a new project where you have to learn new skills as well. And the only thing that could be, as I said, the only challenge to you would be that you're working with other people. And that's not necessarily, a problem in itself, but it kind of is a problem in itself because working with other people, it's always going to be a challenge, because everyone else always got their own opinions, ideas and expectations. So it could be a particular individual, could be a water sign, male in particular, that's a bit tricky to work with, or that maybe he's new to the team, and you're having to learn to work with him. It could also be as well that you find a very suitable partner through this project. Someone who's very kind of romantic, and that could get in the way of your progress, because you should be concentrating on your work, whereas you could be getting distracted possibly a little bit by this other person at work. So that's a possibility, because it is in your obstacles position. Alternatively, it could just be that um, you're it's just not really ideal for you working with these people. They're kind of maybe too caught in their emotions, too caught up in maybe the gossip in the office and all of this stuff, and like you're like, no, I just want to kind of get this done. I want to like really work on this. Maybe everyone else is a little bit like, oh, we just want to have fun. So there could be a bit of that going on, having to work with people. But you're quite determined either way, because the opportunity, you feel that this opportunity is a really good one, and you're going to try and make the most of it. In your subconscious, we've got you again quite excited, I think, and quite inspired by, if I can get it off the table, quite inspired by a new beginning, a new opportunity to make money. It's a very prosperous card here, very fruitful card. So it looks like there's been some sort of awareness that's been, so it could be that you were waiting to hear back about a job and you finally heard back and it was good news, you got offered a new job, and you're now able to kind of share that with others, and you may just feel quite free. You know, you may feel like this new opportunity has kind of really opened up a new path for you, and you're able to make a fresh start. So in your subconscious, you're feeling very much like you got a fresh start, and like why you're working so hard on it. But you're quite excited about it and see a lot of potential there. So this is your subconscious hours. Your main focus is the Seven of Pentacles, clarified by the Two of Diamonds. So your main focus is really, as I said, it's going to be kind of a reviewing month as well. I think I said that in the beginning, sorry. Because you've also got the Hanged Man, which talks about, you know, this reflection, and then we got the Hermit card. So this for you is a very personal transition. It's more than just work. I think it's also, you know, you're really thinking about your future and your security, and you're looking back to see how far you've come so far, what you've been able to reap so far, which has left you in a bit of a decision stage. So, you know, you could be really working hard towards something because you feel like you didn't get what you wanted out of maybe the last efforts that you put in. So when the World card came in, there was a completion to a cycle, a successful completion. You may still feel like there's a little bit more to do, or there's another step. You know, this was only part of the entire project. So you could have completed kind of a main, with the Three of Pentacles there as well. You may have completed the bulk of the assignment or the bulk of the project, or made some real good headway. However, there's still kind of work to do. And there still needs to be a reevaluation of how far we've come and what else is left to do to get to where we want to get to. But it's left you kind of undecided as to how you want to move forward. Well, not so much undecided, but you're kind of weighing up your options. You're seeing what's really going to work. Because there is a new offer that's come in. And so now you may be thinking, okay, so which one do I choose? Which one do I do? How far have I come so far on this path? Should I choose a new path? So you're kind of choosing a new path. It's definitely subconsciously you have come to an awareness that you have come to the end of something. And something new now needs to begin. and you're weighing up the options that are available to you. However, you're very willing to work hard. You really want this new beginning. And the challenge is just learning how to, I guess, work with others. That's just what's coming up here, is that the challenge is working with others and staying in your heart space, I guess, in some way. And also doing what you love, collaborating with others, learning to collaborate with others that are on the same page as you. You know, there's that as well. In the near past, we have the Strength card clarified by the King of Spades. So, you know, in the near past, you may have learnt quite a vital lesson in terms of managing your desires with what you know to be best for you. Not showing any restraint, but then learning how to. And I think that's where the King of Spades comes in. It's like you develop this mental agility where you're able to not let your thoughts get carried away with you. You are able to kind of more harness and channel those thoughts. You're now stronger, I think, mentally more than anything. You're able to kind of get out of your emotions and focus on what you need to focus on. So you kind of are able to be a bit more objective now, Leo. You're not so caught up in your desires and just doing what you want and what makes you feel good in that moment. You're maybe now thinking a bit more long term, which has kind of put you in this decision phase, in this decision kind of position. Looking back to see, okay, so how have my actions really got me to where I'm at right now? You know, because you now have this clarity with the ending coming in. You now have this clarity. So that's great. It's really good news. Then we have the Hanged Man in your near future with the King of Clubs, which is essentially the King of Wands as well. So you find yourself again in a state of reflection. You're doing a lot of reflecting, looking to see where you've come so far. You've managed to kind of figure out the game plan. Like you figured out now where maybe you may have been going wrong in the past. And I think you've more so realised that you just need to kind of be a bit more objective when it comes to work and career, and have more of a game plan, and realise that, you know, business and the world of work often is just a game of chess. So that crow is really trying to have its 5 minutes of fame, I think. But yeah, so you do see yourself here as the Hermit card, so you are trying to really look within to see how you can actually manage to obtain this financial independence. But again, you're still thinking, you're still evaluating. I think you realise as well that you will need to make some sort of sacrifice, and there is a major decision that you'll have to make, and then, you know, as an overall kind of outcome to this, you'll find yourself having to make a decision between maybe something that you love and something that you love. You know, something that you really, really, really want, and then something that you really, really maybe need. Having to choose something that, you know, makes sense financially but maybe isn't what you love to do, or choose something you love to do rather than having all the money that you want. And I think that's what the Hermit card is. It's like asking you to really look, well, you're really looking within to see what your heart does say, to see if to see what is worth sacrificing, what is really important to you. You know, what does independence even mean to you? What does financial independence mean to you? How important is it to have a certain amount of money, etc. So a lot of thinking about how you can play a more active role, you know, in the outcome of things. Because you want to be, because here we've got, he's like the boss, you know, he's like a manager, the King of Wands, like a charismatic kind of leader. That's essentially a Leo energy. So I think you're just having to make a sacrifice in order to get this. You know, the Strength card talks a little about sacrifice too. Again, it's about putting aside your desires. The Hanged Man has to put aside his desires, also related to the 12th house, which is very much about non-earthly kind of things, or non-earthly pleasures, or having to abstain from earthly pleasures, you know, being restricted in some way, not having exactly what you want, but having what you need. And it also talks about, you know, reflection and understanding yourself. So I think you're just going through this kind of real self-reflective phase this month, which will actually leave you feeling more empowered. With the King of clubs here. But ultimately you realise there has to be a sacrifice. And the King of Spades here says that you are aware of this, that you've had to make this sacrifice. I think the sacrifice basically is, you know, maybe doing what you like, when you like, and that kind of stuff. Like we all like to do, you know, we all like to just, you know, Leo is quite spontaneous. It does kind of follow its heart. It is brave. It doesn't necessarily always have its intellectual hat on when making decisions about what it wants to do or what she or he wants to do. So it's more about what's in your heart. However, I think you recognise here that in order to get to where you want to get to, you may need to sacrifice that aspect a little bit of yourself to focus on what you really want. People see you as the Page of Cups, so they see you as kind of stepping into maybe something new and stepping into your heart space too. Quite emotional this month. They could also see you as quite nurturing, so they could see you definitely very much in your heart space, but with like a new approach to love. It's like you're really managing your emotions and you're embarking on a new love, on a new interest, maybe learning to express yourself a bit differently, or express your emotions a bit differently, maybe being a bit more reserved rather than full on, you know, just a bit more balanced. And I think they maybe see you as more happier, more looking towards, again, you know, the Page of Cups is looking towards the Hermit card again. I think it's just saying that you're just looking to see what's in your heart, you know, what you really want to commit to, in terms of work, that will bring you that sort of emotional contentedness. And ultimately the outcome is the King of Hearts here. So I believe that you will find this emotional contentedness, you will find this balance. And you see yourself here as, you know, you'll not see yourself, but in your hopes and fears, we've got you concerned about moving on and concerned about leaving things behind. But this is a new chapter for you, and this new chapter will actually bring in a lot more emotional stability for you. But yeah, you are worried about leaving things behind and moving on and making that decision to move into what you love. and what brings you that ultimate happiness, that feeling, that feeling of contentedness and completion will come once you do finally reach a decision as to how you're going to move forward, what you're going to invest in next, what security means to you, and things like that. So yeah, it's kind of a vague reading, to be fair, but yeah, I mean, overall, you've just, maybe the reason why it's so vague is because like, there's so much to be decided, there's so much needs to be looked at. It's like a review month. But things will be coming out in the open. You're getting new awareness into things. There will be new starts and new opportunities, I think, to make money, that I think you yourself will realise that you have the ability to make more money, or you have the ability to try something new. The skills lie within you, you know. But you just have to kind of train yourself to become more of the person, I think, that you just basically more, slightly maybe more refined. I mean, the King of Wands can be a bit bolshy sometimes, or the King of Clubs, I should say, really. So maybe that you're just kind of becoming a bit more refined, to enable you to get what you want, and just becoming a bit more emotionally mature, and being able to see things a bit more objectively, especially when dealing with people and your work colleagues. Okay, so this is Leo's love reading coming up with the Mirror Love Oracle cards. Yeah. Okay, so you're dating. Passion. Passion has come up about 3 or 4 times in that position. Soulmate. Ice Queen. Okay, so you're learning about soulmates. Your partner, or the person you're interested in, is learning about the Ice Queen energy. The triangle and family, and then money. So your focus, I think, is money this month. That might be why it's just dating, you know, just fun times. What's keeping you together is fun times. Passion is the challenge, so it could be quite hard maybe for you to maintain this strength energy, to not just give in and go on your passions and, you know, just have fun. It could be that you're holding back a little bit, or they're holding back a little bit, because they are the Ice Queen. But you recognise that this is a soulmate connection, and yeah, they for some reason feel a bit closed off. Maybe they're not very open. Maybe you're dating an air sign, you know, an Aquarius, Gemini or Libra, who is just a bit standoffish, who likes to talk more than anything else. And they could also see you as someone who isn't completely committed to them. It's kind of maybe only got half their foot in, but keeping their options open. We've got the triangle card here as to how they see you. They see you as maybe part of a triangle. You see them as family, maybe orientated. So it could be that, you know, you could be a male watching this, and this could be a single parent mother that you're dealing with, who is very, very focused on her family. And you recognize that. What brings you together is fun times. So you obviously have a very good time together. But maybe you're just at that stage now where you are having to make a choice. You are having to think more seriously about family, about maybe cutting other people out that maybe you were maybe casually dating, or they were casually dating. The Ice Queen here may be you know, keeping her options open because of maybe past hurts, not really wanting to commit right now. Or they could be, you know, a bit cold towards you because they are seeing other people. And the challenge here is that you're not connecting on a passionate level. You've got the ice cream facing the other way. You're just not, maybe not connecting on a passionate level. You could just be dating. Or the challenge could be that, you know, this is just dating, it's just passion, it's just fun times. Whereas you feel like it's a soulmate. Maybe, you know, you're learning what a soulmate really is this month. Those are lessons that you're learning. You may be learning that actually this is just fun times, it is just passion, it is just dating. And that, you know, you're learning what a soulmate maybe doesn't look like. Or it could be the opposite, you could be learning what a soulmate does look like, you know. And that's why you kind of see them as family, maybe. So you feel very close to them, however they are a little bit more colder, and a bit more reserved, and they'll need some warming up, most definitely, and they may still be seeing other people. And there might be why the Lovers card is here. A decision does have to be made. But money could be a deciding factor. Overall, maybe this month your focus is going to be about money and how you can make money. So it may be good, as Spirit is saying, this is spiritual advice here, it's that you may need to just focus on dating right now. Just date, enjoy the passion and have some fun times. And focus on your money. Or it could also be a bit of a warning, you know, again we've got open relationship and obstacles. So the obstacle could be that it's an open relationship and you want more. But this person seems to be cut off for whatever reason. Yes, they're willing to date. The challenge is, do you want maybe a sexual relationship without any strings attached, or don't you? But what brings you together is fun times. You are very compatible in terms of having fun. But you're now kind of thinking about this more seriously. And maybe they need to catch up with that. And they're in a position now where they have to choose. But really, because we got the Lovers card here for you, I feel like you're having to choose. For some reason, you're seeing more than one person. So you could be recognizing that this person that you're dating actually is your soulmate. And they could be learning how much they kind of close themselves off to love. And the challenge is for you to actually to get together and have this passionate moment. You know, and I think you just see them, I think you see them as family. I think you just see them as being very focused on their family. So yeah, that's the reading. That's pretty much it. If you enjoyed the reading, please do like, share and subscribe. If you'd like your own reading, please do contact me at symbolsforliving@gmail.com. Otherwise, I'll see you later on in June for a more in-depth love reading. And yeah, until then, take very good care of yourselves. Bye.